All right. So overall right now, and again, these are just my notes from trading today. Let's go to SPY. We covered this in the last Thursday class that we did. What is this right here? This, and let me just get my tool. What is this? What type of pattern is that? We got 1, 2, 3. Andrea, anyone else? Okay, carry on. 3 bar. Anyone else? So it is indeed a 3 bar play. A 3 bar play is just consolidation, right? So we have the igniting bar, we have a consolidation bar, and then we have another bar. But at the end of the day, what does this mean? Does it mean that we have support at this level? Drop a yes if you believe so, drop a 2 if you do not. Does it mean if we are consolidating at the exact same level, does it mean yes, 100%, right? And then what do we have today? What type of candle are we forming today? What candlestick is this? A shooter, right? I do believe that we have a long way to go, in my opinion. Crazy thought, we'll put it here. I think SPY will go to 428. Put it here, another crazy thought, 428. Why? We have a huge gap to fill. And if we break below this, we will definitely hit 428 and come back up. Honestly, I thought that today we were going to bounce back up, which we did for the first hour of the market, but there's just relatively weakness across the market, right? So right now, once we break 435, so we have 436 right now, that's the low of today. Once we break 435, we will definitely go to 432. So let's just go ahead and go through that real quick. So we have 435. If we break that, that will be our entry for puts. And then our first PT will be 432. How do I know these levels? These are just levels that I know of because I chart all day. But I do believe that we should be heading down. What is this called right here? What type of pattern is this? Double top. It has a mini double top, descending channel, or like a wedge, right? So we have like a small wedge and we could draw it like this. Until we don't get up here where we are able to break through it, there's no play to go long. There's no play to go long. Why? Because we don't have the confluence nor the confirmation to actually go long. Right now, everything is indicating that we still have downside continuation. So how do we trade this on the 5-minute time frame? All right, so let's go to the 5-minute time frame. What do we have here now? And I think Steph B said it. What type of pattern is this? So here's a quick tip that I want you to follow every single day. I don't care what stock or ticker you are trading. In the first 15 minutes, whatever that rejection is, whatever that first rejection is, I want you to like plot it. Like I want you to plot that level. Can someone explain why I want you to plot that level? And please feel free to come up with me if you want to.
All support is new resistance.
Resistance, right? So we already know if the highest today is 439.5, it means that we have to get over 439.5 to head long. So what do we see? I plot this here. We have a top, and then what happens? Mind you, whoever scalped SPY this morning and you didn't take profit here, your profit, you basically lost your profits. This is why I keep reiterating that this is a scalper's market, right? This is definitely a scalper's. This is not even a day trader's market. This is a scalper's market where you get your 20%, 30%, even 5%, your singles all day, and it will definitely compound, right? So there's a couple of different things that I could have done here, right? One, we see that top, we have a small trend line. When we break that trend line, what do we have? We have a change in momentum. Then we go back to our pre-market high. And again, this is where the pre-market high data is very, very important. So let's do a quick checklist. I don't know why our market updates always turn into classes, but quick checklist that we have for today. I want you to plot pre-market high and pre-market low. And the reason why I want you to do that is because oftentimes, like how we have here, this is our pre-market high. That pre-market high, which is resistance, will then turn into support as it did right here later today. So we have a double top. So what would you call this area right here? Anyone? We have a double top support, AKA what? When it comes to a double top, how do we trade a double top? Steph V, great job. Neckline. Isn't there an indicator that can plot? Yes. So there's an indicator on Thinkorswim that can plot pre-market high, pre-market low for you. So this right here is the neckline. So we go again to the second top. We reject one more time. And then this is where you go into puts. And again, you would have been in instant profits. We get a quick retrace and we come right back down. All right. So what I want you to do every single day is plot the pre-market high, pre-market low. And I also want you to plot, I also want you to plot the levels of rejection. And again, this can be both support and also resistance. That's a strat. 3 candle is the reversal. Yes, 100%. Yeah. So for those that know about the strat is pure price action. It's honestly, you could lose money with the strat, but It's just pure confirmation, right? So here we have what? Uptrend, downtrend, double top, break neckline, and then we go towards the bottom, right? So SPY overall right now, we're definitely weak. Let's go to NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, if we go to the daily time frame, why did I plot that red rectangle last week? Can someone tell me? Just looking at the chart. NVIDIA right now is at a critical demand area, demand zone, which equals that we have a lot of buyers. And we could tell why, because every single time that we go to the zone, we bounce back up, we bounce. And right now, I mean, we did bounce at market open, but right now we're coming right back down. So if we go to the 5-minute time frame, again, the open was a bit choppy, and then we saw this massive runaround. What did I mention in the SPY chart? What's the checklist that we do? Please feel free to come off mute. I think we got Gregory that he has his hands up. So highs and lows. Aside from the highs and lows, what else do we plot?
Pre-market
Levels of what? Rejection, right? So Vincent, great job. Right, we plot the levels of rejection, and we can see 1, 3 times, 4 times. So now we have that 215.29 level as a critical level of resistance. What happened in this candle right here? Anyone?
broke the resistance.
It broke the resistance. That would have been your entry for calls. So knowing that we had all these different levels of resistance, that would have been our entry for calls. And then what do? We get that higher high. And then from there, we start to flag that. That's why I put that trend line at the top, and we put a trend line at the bottom. But what happened here? We broke through the trend line. That would have been your entry for puts. Something else about bear flags. So we talked about bull flag, and this right here is a bull flag. However, we didn't just have the continuation to the downside. We broke the bull flag to the bottom side. Yes, Isaiah, yeah, it's definitely a scalper's market for real. Like, this is not the market to hold. But what is this right here? Is that a bear flag? Drop a yes if you believe that this is yeah, 100%, right? Another way to identify bear flags is that a bear flag will form an H. At the end of the day, a bear flag is a lower low. It tries to make a lower high. We get that next lower low. On top of that, we talked about what? Resistance, right? So this resistance, even here, was still valid resistance. It was still valid resistance. So that 215.30 level was still a valid level of rejection, and we came right back down. So let's go ahead and add the VWAP. We talked about the VWAP quite a lot. If we add the VWAP here, and again, for those that want to add the VWAP, me personally, I only use the middle band. There's folks that use the upper band and the lower band. I only use the middle band because the middle band is sort of like the definer. Like, if we break through the middle band, then that's your entry. And here's how you could have gotten your early entries on NVIDIA today. We break through the middle band right here. That's your entry for calls. We break through the middle band right here. That's your entry for puts. Something else about the VWAP, and just quick recap on the VWAP. There's a couple of different things that you can do at the VWAP. You can either bounce or reject. Simple. 2 things can happen at the middle VWAP. That's why oftentimes there's traders that all they do is that they just wait to see what price is going to do or how price is going to react around the middle VWAP. And here we see that, once we get above and we hold, that's our entry for calls in this example. And then right here, that would have been our entry for puts. But what happens? Oftentimes, price will always come back to the VWAP and reject. And here we have the perfect rejection. And this is a perfect put opportunity right here. So that pullback is very, very important.